I am not nearly satisfied with what we've accomplished so far. And given that I enjoy guns, we're going to try Gunslinger, Master of Guns. And very interestingly, we have new guns to work with. Everything from a water gun to miniguns. And the minigun fires 151 times per second, so we need to get our hands on one of those. So with that, we got to get started. First, we're going to talk to the pickle jar. Maybe it was the dog I was supposed to talk to. I've also used very few pistols before, so I don't know how fast this is. Spoiler alert, not very. We could probably zoom in a little bit. We don't need to see that deep because we're not going that deep. Not yet, at least. We're going to take some copper here because I know it's not that hard to mine the 40 coal we need. I'm actually going to bust open into this chamber over here. That way I can target the copper and iron that is up over there too. Because while he's got these tiny little legs, he's also got some height on them. This guy can jump. One more piece of coal will be our quota, so we can mine everything else. I very, very, very badly want a different gun. I would not also say no to a treasure chest of some kind. We're going to mine this iron. Time is winding down, so I'm just going to mine a little bit of coal. It's probably the most worthwhile use of my time. And I already forgot that I needed one more, so I'm glad I did this. I would have failed immediately. We're going to do it with lots of time to spare, and I'm also going to talk to Scooby-Doo for a sec. Money for the day, $6.80. It is enough to buy a shoddy minigun, so we're going to try that. We're going to sell the shoddy pistol because I'm assuming this is better. Aside from that, we're going to buy a few platforms. That way we can jump up and down safely. And then it's minigun time. Yeah, that seems much faster. Considering this is shoddy, I think the miniguns are going to get pretty good. If we can fire this quickly, we're going to be in good hands. We need 80 coal for the day. That should not take long. The minigun sort of seems overpowered. Maybe I'm misunderstanding this, but we're just going to blast through this and see what we find. Like, look at the coal we've already found. How is this not overpowered? I'm not complaining, but it's overpowered. We got 140 of the coal we needed, and it's not even half the day. Okay, we got a treasure chest down below. If that can increase bullet damage, actually, that could be huge. We should be able to break into the fudge blocks. There's another chest down to the lower left. This is a bit of a gamble, depending on what it's going to give us. I don't love any of these, so we're going to have mortar gun damage, and other than that, we're going to get right back to mining. The trick with this is going to be not getting overly carried away. Gotta keep an eye on that timer. It'd be really easy to just go straight down to the center of the earth and mine a bunch of very valuable ore. As it is, I'm already going to go dump off what we got, just to make sure we're not going to lose any of that, and then we can work our way down a little bit deeper for the past couple seconds. Maybe try and get to that chest if we can. I think we got time. Of course we have time. We have a minigun. And here we're going to get collector capacity. We made it back to know the last little bit of stuff, minigun. And our total for that day, 1,315. But it's still important, we got to stay very far ahead because the game catches up to us. Our current minigun does 2 damage. We can jump up to the iron, which does 5. So that's 2.5 times the damage. We'll sell the old minigun. I would love extra time, but as it is, we're so far ahead, we don't really need it. I will buy a few more platforms, and then we're going to get right back to work, mining even quicker. We'll take a walk left and right because it's just really easy to grab the coal in this direction and run back and forth. I'm not going to move into the next layer anyway, because we still not strong enough. We might actually be with this minigun. We're sort of in uncharted territory. Like, my inventory is already full. I already need a collector, and I'm on like day 1. That is super satisfying. I want to see what the big minigun is. Okay, I ran way too far. I got really excited. Okay, you take all that. You know what? We're going to go this way for a second even. We've already got the coal we need. Actually, exactly. By happy coincidence, we're going to mine all of this because it's all valuable ore. The more I play this, the more I realize it's more just about mine everything. Mine as much as you can. Individual things can be valuable, but you make more money just mining everything. Inventory is already full. I need more bullet damage. I'll take that. There's some valuable-ish ore here. There was a chest right here. We'll go ahead and open this. Broke through that in no time. Bullet damage 5%. Yes. I don't think we can physically read that damage anywhere, but you can feel that damage for sure. Gotta be careful how I mine this out. So down we go in a bit of a staircase. Getting our first emerald. That was nice and easy. 20 seconds left. We're just gonna mine a bit more of the coal and easy stuff. Oh, actually, we gotta dump off already. When you have a minigun, you need either collectors or giant backpacks. I mined a lot of coal we didn't even take. But I got excited, like, you know, can you blame me? Look at all that. And now we got $2,151 to spend. The poison guns, you can spray the poison around and the things take damage periodically. That's kind of an interesting concept. I don't want to spend the money on one yet. I could sell my minigun to buy a sapphire minigun, which would double the damage. I think instead of that now, I need more time and more inventory slots. I think we're going to make more money this way. And then a couple more platforms because I'm paranoid. Straight back to work. This time I might mine down on a little bit more of an angle now that I've seen the raw destructive power of the minigun. We need 320 coal, but that seems like laughably easy at this point. Like I probably already mined it really. We've already filled up our backpacks, that much I know. Our single backpack rather. Increase wet damage. What is wet damage? Take your best guess in the comments down below. Aside from that, let's go ahead and grab a chest. Look at all the gems. Oh, this is actually going to be big. because there was a lot of gems sitting right below me. Good thing we brought those platforms. I did not consider how we're going to get back up from here. Okay, need that though. Give me that. Do I want to shoot this right now? I guess I do. I might, whatever. We got to enjoy it when we got it. All right. We're going to make the way back up from right here. As best we can. 3 jumps at a time. 3 jumps at a time-ish. Okay, back. Okay, I thought we had our platforms there. It scared me for a sec. Okay. Dump that off. We're going straight back down because there's a mountain of gems there. Straight through the platform so we can go straight back up. There's also a bunch of gems there and there. Okay, back to the top. This is also when I need the loot filter. But it doesn't matter as long as we're getting this much loot. We're perfectly fine. Not even halfway through the day. But we got to get way far ahead early on. That way when we get to the late game, we can try and stay far ahead. Okay, we got a bunch of emeralds there, so we'll try and grab more emeralds if we can. And or sapphire sapphires is also purple one here. Yeah, the next layer is still maybe a touch tough for us. Dump that off. Okay, we're going to try and focus a little more on the gems for a sec. Going to jump onto the blue one first and foremost. And over here there was... Nope, wrong spot. That's okay. I'm pretty sure my backpack's already full. So let's just go and dump this off and then we'll go take even more. Okay, we want to jump right into the purples to try and grab those. Should we go try and grab those ones over there? I guess we might as well. We did really well on this one. Even though these are going to be quite a lot to try and take out. But we'll get so much money. We're going to have 30 seconds to get up. Starting now, actually. So by the time we're done this, oh, we're still fine. Okay, we're back up to the top. I don't know what we're going to mine for a sec. We're just going to take some surface level stuff because I can get just a little more back up. With like half a second to spare, get in there. Total for the day, 8 grand. So I can actually jump up to the emerald minigun. What did I say we were doing now? 2 damage. So we're going to do 15, so 7.5 times the damage. Yes. And then we sell the old one. We're going to replace some of those platforms. Actually, bonuses. We got to start. We need more time first and foremost. Then we can buy some more platforms. 32 plus 32 should be enough. You know what? Just in case we're going to buy another 32. Yeah, that many. No, we got even more time. For a sec, let's just mine over this way. It feels like we currently have like the golden scroll booster gun. Like it really does, because we're just absolutely destroying this layer. We can just run back and forth and strip mine it like this. This is very satisfying. I don't want to ruin this because I need quick entryway up and down. We're going to look a little bit to the left over here just to see if there's some shallow chests. There's one here. We'll grab that. Here's the bullet damage. What do we got? Nope, just an amethyst. There are some blue gems down below and some blue gems over there, some green gems over there. Yeah, we're probably just going to work our way towards the gems where we see them. Have we hit our coal quota? Yeah, not quite, but we only need 580. Player sprint speed can go up. We're going to go through the fudge block, through the gems. Gonna have to find my way back to the surface. This is a next level chest technically, and it's a little bit hard to dig into still, but we can get higher jump capacity. I think maybe right here is where we need to start going up again. We'll find out once we reach the surface. I think I was at least close. I was up by a little bit, and that's perfectly fine. We still don't have the coal we need, but you know how we fix that? By shooting the gun like twice. Then we get all that. Yeah, the minigun's overpowered, and I am here for it. And we got a little flamethrower action going. Whoops, didn't mean to mine out from under myself, but what are you going to do? We'll mine a little bit into the next layer. I do want that chest, actually. Don't break that. Don't break that. I need that. Ooh, an emerald. Ruby. The red one. Ruby. Had a little excitement overload there. Forgot how to speak again. Okay, we'll go up here. Starting here. Yeah, perfect. This will be a nice route to the top, I think. Somewhere. Are we there yet? Nope, over here. Okay, we'll dump that off. Work our way back down through Gemland. The loot filter would be nice too. I did get the ruby already. And we got all the gems back to the surface. Unloading all that, we've easily got the coal we need. We'll push lower to try and find potentially more gems. Although this stuff's slow to dig through. Yeah, we're going through reasonably quick though. It might be worth it. We're gonna definitely dump out some of the coal. Now we're collecting silvers at least. There is giant amethyst over there. I'm also sitting on a whole patch of emeralds. We need to pick up at least one of them. There we go. I really need my collectors because they would be picking all of this up behind me. So collectors are probably gonna be pretty well next. Think I got the amethyst there? Sure did. Gotta be careful I don't run out of time as I start snaking my way down into the world. We're gonna get a employee collector capacity up. That's going to help a lot. I want to actually get some collectors, but that won't be long. For the rest of this day, I think I'm mostly just going to mine at this layer. Like, we just find such a number of stuff here. The valuable stuff's nice and all, but I could just fill up my backpack like instantly on this layer. Plus, get some very easy chests. These can be, what was it, 5% gun damage? Or just sprint speed so we can move that much quicker. There's some more gems. 30 seconds left. We just dumped off more. Whoops, did not mean to jump down that. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, we can just mine whatever here. There's silver, there's sapphires, there's all sorts of stuff. Plus, actually just, our backpack's already full from what we found on the ground. We're just going to swap out some coal for some slightly more valuable and get it to the top. Total for the day, 9,500. That one ruby was worth 500 of that. Okay, next I'm going to buy an intern, collector, senior collector. We're going to skip right over the basic. Then I'm going to replace the platforms.
Nice.
Don't know how I ended up there. Got it. And then we get right back to work. Because now I can just mine to my heart's content and my senior collector should easily keep up. Wow, not a lot going on in this direction. Let's try this direction. Yeah, there we go. Get to work, stupid. Oh, I already definitely mined out my platform. Wait, what? Are these platforms? What happened here? I must have misclicked and dropped them all down. That's fine. Get to work. Pretty soon my inventory is going to be full, so then I'll be leaving everything on the ground for my senior collector to deal with. Oh, this is going to be a big one. Oh, yeah, I never realized how powerful that is up in this layer. Because this is like conductive, so it's going to hit all the similar blocks. So if they're all similar like that, you can mine a whole bunch of them. I did say I unlocked the Elementalist. I got mostly coal on me at this point. That's fine. But there's like an Elementalist or Specialist or something that I can play as too that could probably use a pickaxe like that or different kinds of pickaxe. Maybe that's where wet damage comes from. If you want any sapphires, I've got lots. Just saying. We'll see if my senior collector can keep up with this. Should be able to. There's a bunch of rubies there too. That's not going to hurt one little bit. We're going to go up and grab some more of the purples. We want the color stuff always. I think today's the kind of day where we're going to accidentally get the coal we need as well. What's in this one? More rubies. That's huge. That's $2,000 right there. And I don't need to go to the surface now because my collector is going to do that all. I'm just holding a bunch of coal anyway, so it's worth something, but not that much. It's still debatably worth it just to chase chests on the upper part, but those 10% bullet damage. So we just got a 10% damage increase. And we did not need a 10% damage increase. We just wanted one. Yeah, the minigun is officially stupid. I can't wait to get the big ones. I also need to get the collector whistle so I can send them back. So they're not sitting there hovering around me all the time, wasting time. Halfway through the day, we've officially hit our coal quota and we've been mining mostly anything but coal. So that's a good sign. There's been a lot of amethyst nearby. We're getting really good luck with the value on this run. There's been a lot of rubies in the chests and just a lot of amethysts around. 4% collector speed. Yep, that's good. The more of those we get, the more collectors we'll get, and the faster they'll be. They'll warp around the map. Always trying to find that balance of keeping the collector just busy enough so that they're still moving but not waiting around on me, but also not picking up garbage. But there's probably... I think I'm sort of getting a feel for that. Like, we might have a bunch of crap like that anyway, so they'll come and take this pile away, but then they'll also come and take a few of the amethysts while they're at it. So it'll keep them constantly moving and carrying value. If they're holding still, they're not earning. And this is just so much easier now that I don't have to take myself up and down from the surface. I can just let him do all the work. Lots of amethysts here. Amethysts are the most valuable thing I can mine. This is why I need a collector whistle. I will be sending him to the surface at about 15 seconds left. I might have another way to do that though. I'm just getting greedy. Okay, you know what? Mine the amethyst. Mine all of this, and then they'll automatically go to the surface once they're full. Go to the surface. Come on. There you go. 10 seconds left. They should make it to the surface. They won't make it back for another trip, but that's fine. I'll just stab my minigun into the earth and pull the trigger. Value for the day. $1,400 just in the coal, $4,000 in rubies, $2,200 in amethyst, 14,500 total. I never actually looked at the water gun because I didn't see the difference from the poison gun. It just has a blue top, but it shoots a spray of water. The water wets the tiles that it hits, and wet tiles take double damage. That's definitely interesting. We might utilize one of those down the road. For now, I need to be careful how I spend my money. What we need is a silver minigun. That's bullet strength 50. That is 3 times the damage of mine, but it's going to be expensive. So I think for now, I'm actually going to buy another employee, just another collector. And I think that's going to work out really fine because now I can just be like mining everything full speed and they'll be carrying as quick as we can go. We've also increased their speed. Like all this, we could just dump this out and they can pick it up and carry it as fast as we can mine it. Especially once my inventory fills up. So we'll go down here. We really should be sticking to mining below. What does this one do again? Right. Okay, yeah, follow it down. Grab that. Keep going down. Jump velocity so we can jump like bunny rabbits. Down we go. I don't know which layer I want to be in, but we might stick in this layer because I can still mine this pretty quick. This should be right about below home base too, so the miners have a short flight path. Might still be worth it to be in this layer. I think we're going to find less gems overall, but we can melt this layer so we can non-stop drop ore on the ground for them to carry. Collector capacity can go up. There's some gems down there. We'll grab that. You know what? Let's zoom out for a second. I never play all the way zoomed out because I know it gets hard for everyone else to see. But for now, I just want to sort of mine all around here. We're going to drop out what's up there. I would do a lot better if I could play like this more. We'll zoom in a little bit. I'm basically the little character in the pile of ore, in case you're wondering. I've never really calculated either if the grade blocks drop double the tier 1 blocks or not. So if it's worth it, like if it takes twice the time, is it actually worth it, or is it less worth it? Is it more worth it? I don't know. There's a chest down there I kind of want. This has sprint speed 10%. We'll take that. Ooh, I got a golden AK. So we'll use this definitely to mine some amethyst. We'll kind of go down, I think, straight below-ish. Where our base is, we're gonna spray around. Yeah, there we go. Getting some real value. The chests like that, as long as we find the golden guns, we'll be successful. You just find the right golden gun in one of those and it'll jump you so far ahead. We mine so much at the collectors, even 2 of them aren't keeping up right now. They do catch up quickly though, and then they'll be sitting there waiting on me again, so I've just got to keep mining. We're halfway through the day and I've got nearly 3 times the coal I need, and I haven't not been mining coal intentionally. Why, yes, I will take a chest. The chest down to the right has blue surrounding blocks, so it's in the next layer. We'll take collector capacity. There's just giant piles of gem and ore everywhere. I'm going to be a little bit choosy for a minute and what I mine, because I'm worried I am a little bit ahead of the collectors, so I'm going to leave only the valuables behind. If they start catching up, I'll start mining more coal again.
Hello there.
But I think they're actually already catching up. Okay, never mind. Forget what I said. I've got to keep mining. Just keep mining everything. There can be no stopping. Non-stop mining. Just gotta make sure the collectors are always in motion. Yeah, we're too slow mining in this layer still. I've gotta move back a layer until we get a better gun. Ooh, golden gun. Alright, this will jump them back ahead again. Yeah. We're gonna burn it right down through... Actually, let's do the next layer as well. That'll have even more stuff in it. Yeah, that'll keep them busy. And that'll also help me break into the intense fudge block to get in here. Okay, I gotta build a platform to be able to sit there. Even with that thing burning with this minigun, these blocks are so much stronger. I am W-keying this block and it's winning. To be fair, there's not much point in mining other stuff unless I can find more chests. Wow, this block is actually going to defeat me. It was on fire too. Value for the day, 27,000. So we're going to upgrade to a silver minigun. 3 times the damage. We're going to sell the old one. Also going to buy the collector whistle. And then we're good to get back to work. You know what? We're going to go straight down. Kind of wish I grabbed that chest. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Because I just need to see these blocks to see if we can still mine through them fairly quickly, and we definitely can. We have triple the damage we just did. So we might even sit between the layers. That might be a good strategy moving forward. 20% gun recoil. Pretty sure that counts when I'm in the air because we get some blowback from that. Yeah, we'll kind of sit maybe in between the layers. There's 50% drill damage, because then we can mine up or down as we need to. We probably get better stuff a little deeper down, but we can also keep an eye out for the spots like this, which is hopefully a golden weapon. Nope. 20% gun recoil. Really not sure if that matters for me or not. Really need a golden gun. Don't need one, but I want one. We need 2200 coal. We should be there before long. Okay, we're going to go down a little bit, then work our way back to the left. Yeah, now that I'm seeing how we're mining amethyst, we're fine to just mine through all this. Amethyst will be the hardest block, aside from fudge blocks in this layer. Now, right back up here, we just shoot the color. Make giant mountains of it all. Do I have any on me? I do, actually. We're going to drop that off. And hopefully replace it with coal. I can note the coal, everyone else carry the value. That could be a golden weapon. I hope it is. It is not. Remember when we used to get weapon damages out of those? We'll take some mortar damage. So far the collectors seem to be actually doing a pretty good job of finding a balance. I haven't even gotten any golden guns yet and they're still not caught up. Some chests here. Even a 10% gun upgrade would be huge. We'll take collector capacity. Still 10% though. 10% more damage for our gun. We can instantly feel that. Haven't even actually hit our coal quota yet. We're only halfway through the day though. Finally got a golden gun and it's just a red shotgun. Which is still lots of fun, I guess. Not nearly as good as some of the other ones. Actually, can we get into that? Maybe that's a bad idea. Ah, we've got my revenge on the block. Collector speed 6%. That's actually really big for them. One day we'll get smart with this and actually do like a comparison of layers. Like I could use this minigun in the tier 1 layer and then in the tier 2 layer and determine once and for all which one is better if like you have a silver minigun, say. Because our mining is pretty quick, but we're a lot quicker in the upper layer, but I don't know if we find like less ore or not. Extra 10% poison damage, we might pull out a poison gun at some point. Because the poison could be interesting. We could just do the occasional squirt of poison and then the blocks would slowly erode. Okay, we're going to go ahead and utilize this a little bit. Because this is just going to give us some big stuff. I just wanted to get into this layer a bit. I don't really want that actually, do I? Apparently I still need more collectors. We've got nearly 3 times the coal we need. Not trying to mine coal. I don't know what we're going for now. I'm just going to go look for chests, I guess, for the rest of the day. We'll see how much money we have and decide our strategy. Aside from just shoot everything. We could definitely be picking up chests. These are always going to be good. Like, we're moving a lot quicker now. Money for the day hopefully has gone up a lot. We made 36,000, so it did go up. The next minigun is 64,000. So instead of that, we are going to buy one more collector. You know what? We're going to buy 2 more collectors. So we got 4 senior collectors. I'm going to increase my stack size just for things like platforms. Mostly just so I can lazily top up my numbers. Now, with all of those collectors, I am going to run back and forth a little bit in this layer. We're not going to get a very fair comparison, but like, look how fast I can mine this. It's hard to imagine it's not easier or like better mining here. Let's take more jumping power because that gets really funny. Although we probably should be taking sprint speed because eventually we'll be able to fly anyway. Even if we can't, we don't need to travel up and down anymore anyway. 5% poison damage. Alright, well, let's, you know, just mine the entire world from this height upwards. 5% sprint speed. Poison damage was tempting. I don't know if poison works, but poison might be really strong on the upper end. I'm gonna zoom out for a sec just to see exactly how much we're mining again. I know my base is somewhere right above me. I do have 4 senior collectors and they are definitely not keeping up with me yet. To be fair, we'll mine out this layer pretty quick and then like it's more worth it to go down anyway because increased travel time. There's 5% bullet damage. Oh, and another magic pickaxe. Well, this one kind of helps, so now we can actually see like the worthwhile things to hit like that. Go down, go down, go down. Yeah, mine some of that. Mine some of everything. We've almost got the coal we need already. We're like a quarter of the way through the day. 10% bullet damage again. Yeah, we mined enough of the upper layer. I'm good with just mining into this now. We find more valuable gems here too. Tons of amethyst right here. If the collectors start to catch up, we might go back to the upper layer and just mine all of that. The collector's already caught up actually, so never mind. We'll hopefully grab a golden gun out of the chest. A chest, maybe this one. Although this is going to take a long time to mine into. But we got the coal we need already. Yeah, there's no point in even going into that. It's just, I need to go find an easier chest to get into. I'm just going to stay on whatever. As long as it's valuable, coal or better, we are going to fire at it. Ah, I did find a gold gun. Good, so we're going to mine down to the next layer if we can. Then hopefully get a whole bunch of ore from down here. Much as we can. Fire that all around. Well, that wasn't as big as I thought it might be, but it's at least going to give the collectors something to do for a couple of minutes. Might even be able to break into this. Oh, we did. There's some just blue diamonds there. Those are going to be worth a lot. Let's take the collector capacity. 4% means I can hold a lot more. Ooh, here's another golden weapon. I'm going to go down to the blue layer. Not sure this is worth it. Well, whatever we got. There's a whole pile of amethyst. I'm not going to bother to go any further near with this gun. It's too slow. We already have tripled the coal once again, so coal numbers aren't going to be a problem for a while. Another 10% bullet damage. All right, we're finding lots of those already. Bullet damage is up 50%. So whatever the reload on our gun is, we get 50% more than that. Oh, we got one of the poison ones. I think this just endlessly like hurts the blocks it poisons, so those will just eventually erode. We opened up a chest full of rubies there. That's an easy 2 grand. Sprint speed's going up. I probably should buy a water gun at some point now that I can afford it, at least for immediately tough blocks. Collector capacity can go way up. Jump velocity another 20%. The collectors have fallen behind again, but that's a good sign. That means they are keeping themselves moving non-stop and I'm mining lots of stuff. If I have 4 collectors and they're not keeping up, we're doing something right. Drill damage. We had 15,000 just in, I think, silver. We had almost 80,000 today. The income is jumping up hugely. The poison guns I can buy, they do damage per tick and the number of ticks plus the splat radius. So we're not really going to worry about any of those. I might just buy a basic water gun because that's really cheap. Then if I need to get through something really tough, I can. What we want is the amethyst minigun. That is 150, so it's 3 times our current damage, which is lots. Since I have a much better gun, we are going to buy another senior collector times 2. You know what? Times 3. So we get 7 super collectors to try and keep up with us. So we'll see if we're up to the task. We're doing 3 times the damage, and we have the 50% just overall damage boost. The collector speed can go up. All right, we're just going to go, wow, way deep here, basically right below where we need to. Now we can just even decimate this layer and stuff. So many bullets, so much damage. The capacity can go up another 4%. There's more purple amethyst. So I'm going to mine around in this area for right now because it's directly below our home base. See if the collectors can keep up with me. Going to work around the fudge blocks a little bit. We'll do mortar damage up. I don't know if we're finding more chests or I'm just seeing more. There's another 10% damage again. That's so stupid. 20% damage, but it might be that I'm zoomed out, that I'm just seeing more chests than I normally would, which is obviously pretty helpful. This whole time I've actually right-clicked. I forgot I could do that, but if you right-click it just auto-fires or auto-mines depending on what you're using, so we're just gonna non-stop fire. Collector speed up. Oh, when you come out of a menu like that though, it turns it off. We're just gonna non-stop mine in all directions. Another 10% bullet damage. The game knows what I want. I probably could mine down into blue, but I think it's gonna be way more efficient to mine in this layer for now. If we happen to find a golden gun in the chest, we'll push down like that. Until then, though, we're just going to stick up here to all this. Oh, there we go. Gold. Fire. Oh, we can run all along the blue here and burn a whole bunch of that. Yeah, that's going to be good. Down in. All that's going to melt away. The collectors can have it all. And I'm going right back to this shooting Mother Earth. Another 10% bullet damage you shouldn't have. So bullet damage jumped up to 80%. It was at 50. And 50 was a lot. There were some diamonds in that chest. Nothing that exciting. Yeah, blue blocks we can mine through, but not super efficiently. We're going to stick right to these blocks. What did I get? Another poison block. Okay. We're going to poison more of the blues. We should be able to poison pretty deep down into blues over here. And can we get 1 or 2 more of those off for the nice deep stuff? And then we'll let our collectors clean up that mess while we hop away gracefully into the mines. I would really like a pink diamond minigun. That's on my Christmas wish list. Taking extra 10% poison damage. I'm really happy my collectors aren't keeping up. That means they're moving a ton of stuff. Wow, we have actually nearly 6 times the coal we need already. Another 10% bullet damage. It already feels like we basically full-time have a bonus like gold gun. And we actually might as well at this point, especially in this layer. We just melt this stuff. Another 10% bullet damage. Did that put us up to, yeah, 100% bullet damage already? We are at double bullet damage. 10% collector speed. That'll hopefully get them moving again. I'm going to need an upgraded collector. Like maybe even a 2 times upgraded collector at this point. At the rate we're mining stuff, we're going to need a lot of collection help. And we'll take mortar gun damage in case we use any mortars. It is technically a gun, but with our current gun, we don't really need to diversify. We'll take a little more capacity. I'm just going to mine chests for the rest of the day. Oh, never mind, unless we find a red minigun. I don't know what we're going to do with this. Just have fun, because the collectors don't really have the time to do a lot, make another trip. Wow, red minigun mines do this stuff nice and easy. I'm going to send them back, though, with whatever they got. There are some rubies below me, but I just wanted to make sure they took whatever they had back. We had 7 times the coal we needed. 132 grand. Wow, the next minigun is 214,000. I didn't realize how expensive that was. I think I should probably buy a strong collector, though. They can carry 10 times. It's going to be 50 grand, but I think that's worth it. I think I'll see how they handle this next one. And then we'll decide if we need another one already or not. We very well might. You know what, just to be sure, I'm going to buy 1 more strong collector. I'm feeling lucky. I just think that in case we find a good golden gun, nice and deep down like a giant cluster of ore, they could really help us actually keep up. To make sure they're staying nice and busy, we're just going to mine a whole bunch of this upper layer real quick. Find some purple scrolls as well, because these will give us more damage. 10% sprint speed. Everyone is mining away. So far the collectors are a little bit behind me, and that's a good sign. There's some rubies out of that chest. I just need to be constantly flooding everything. I'm going to mine like every bit of both of these layers. It's raining ore. It's like a giant hurricane, and all it is just valuables. Another 5% damage as well. That's only to our benefit. I gotta work my way back to the right now. We're sort of strip mining, just going back and forth. That way we don't get too far away from our base for minimal flight time for our precious angels. I can definitely tell the difference in layers. The upper layer would mine. This one's easy, but the other layer was actually easier. I think we're still mining this quick enough though that it's worth it. This will get us more ore per block, and my friends aren't keeping up. They're not far behind though, and that's a good sign. They're sort of keeping up. The big ones though, every time they do a deposit, it's going to be enormous. They really load up before flying home. Another 6% on the collector speed. I just need them. I need them like lightning. They'll serve me best if they're quick. So we'll 10% more bullet damage. I've just sent all the collectors back with like 15 seconds left, just to be sure they're actually making it back with whatever they got. We're leaving a lot of ore sitting around, but that's okay. We delivered a lot of ore. 50,000 out of the 8,000 we needed. 170,000. We've unlocked new skins. A gold minigun does 500 damage. Ours does 50, so it's over 3 times. If we sell the amethyst, we can buy the gold. A gold minigun just looks right. I pull the trigger once and the bullets just go like forever. So let's start working our way down carefully-ish. We do also have like over double damage. What's our 120% bullet damage. So we got more than double what our damage is supposed to be. So for a sec, actually, let's just mine a bunch of this, because this is just really easy, quick, mineable stuff. 5% more bullet damage, also not going to hurt anything at all. Collectors are going to be busy. Another 5% bullet damage. Alright, we're going to start working our way down now. 10% jump velocity. Jump velocity is helpful for maneuvering around when we're emptying out giant caverns like we are. 4% collector speed. If we can get them up to 100% speed as well, they will be hugely helpful. Okay, we can mine this layer as quick as we can mine the previous layer now as well. I think we're one-shotting the blocks, and we're firing a lot of bullets, so that's a very, very easy thing to mine. We might have to jump down into the next layer. I don't know if the collectors can keep up, so we might have to slow down the amount we're producing, but just increase the value of it. No, though I'm not really sure if that makes sense in this context either. The point I'm trying to make is it doesn't matter. We're mining everything. I really feel like, whoops, picked the wrong one there. I feel like this is finally scratching that itch of mining big. We are annihilating layer 2. Now the jump velocity. Oh, I forgot about the water gun. I've never even tried this. So those all take double damage. Not that they need it. That could be good potentially with the combination of poison and water. You could get double damage poison for some tougher blocks, like leave them and they'll melt away and the collectors will pick them up once they're finally hatched. When in doubt, 10% bullet damage. You just never have too much bullet damage. We're even mining through the blue fudge blocks at this point. Collector capacity. And we are going through the blue blocks pretty quick. We've already got 24,000 coal. So we'll maybe start working our way into the blues. Ooh, I did get a new AK, so we are definitely going to go on a rampage through this stuff for a sec, because we'll definitely mine a lot. Open up another chest, hopefully find another blue gun in that one. By blue gun, I meant gold gun. But you get the idea. Gun recoil, I guess. There's a ruby. Can we mine the rubies? Oh, we can mine the rubies even very quickly. That's good. And this is good. The collectors should catch up because we're going to slow down a bit, but they'll catch up to all of this, where we're going to find more gems and more of them. More gold. It'll be a higher density of valuable stuff. In particular, the rubies need to be my friend. We need to mine the red stuff. I need to check the value of gold too. I think it's quite valuable. Not as valuable as the rubies. Collectors are catching back up. 15% bullet damage. Because we're down deeper, the chests have better rewards. Poison damage. Gun damage is 150% now. 150. Not even sure what's in that chest. Okay, the collectors are catching up again, so I've really got to work hard to just mine every little bit of stuff I can. Ooh, found another gold gun. We might even go into some of the red then. Yeah, might as well if we can. Yeah, that's going to be real good. Lots and lots and lots of ores. Tons of it here. And then we're immediately going to leave, because I don't think I can mine efficiently through that even with this gun currently. We need better. Although we can mine the basic reds. But mining down there efficiently, I don't think is going to happen. Like, we're ahead of the collectors right now. This is where we need to be, right on the edge of them. 30 seconds left. I'm probably pretty far away from home, so I'm going to have to send them home, like, probably right now even. Okay, you guys go home. Game over. Well, we needed 12,000 coal. We have 74,000 currently. Our income is steadily going up, and that's a good sign. We got to scroll down. 386,000, which curiously isn't enough for the next minigun. It's considerably more for the ruby. We can get a mighty collector. They can carry 24,000 items. I'm also going to get 2 more strong collectors, so we're going to have 3 basic. Since I have all these collectors, I'm actually going to try a $200,000 powerful mortar gun. It does 1,000 damage, fires 1 mortar per second, it's got a blast radius of 5 tiles. This is the biggest, baddest mortar gun I can currently get, so it's going to start going and probably destroy a lot of things. What is it you wanted? Right, they want 100 iron for the compass. So far, the mortar is absolutely wrecking the upper layer. We get 5% bullet damage, so it's going to worry about up here. We can go deep. We can go very, very, very deep, because it's just going to mine a bunch of coal up top. I don't think that's going to work against us. It should just find us lots of extra upper level stuff. Okay, we got a red gun as well, so we're just going to go straight down with that, if we can. Straight into this layer. Yeah, well, this actually isn't that much stronger. It might actually be weaker than my minigun. It's pretty similar to the minigun. There's maybe a touch stronger, but that's okay. We got everything just mining away. I sort of fell back into this layer. Okay, we got another red AK. That's perfectly fine. We'll just keep going with that. Down past the giant rubies. We will take gun recoil. If we could just mine pure rubies the whole time, we would make tons of money. They can be hard to find. We did just get a giant flamethrower right here on the edge of the red tiles. So that's going to be a big boon for us as well. We're going to make a lot of money on this round. I got a feeling. Collector speed can go up as well. We got another chest over here. We could actually spray that with water. Yeah, that broke much quicker. Oh, okay. We got another one of these. I don't know if I care to use this much. Like, what would I even do with it? Mine into here? Yeah, I guess it works. It can give us a boost downwards somewhat. Can we break into the fudge blocks here? Let's water spray that. It's taking double damage. It's still quite hard to defeat that. We still did it though. We need mortar gun rate. Yeah, 20% faster for the super mortar up top. We're going to stick to the blue layer for now. There's tons of rubies we can mine here and gold. I forgot to check the value of gold, but it's gold. It's going to be a lot. We got another one of these. We're going to jump right back down into the red hole. And just so we light all that on fire, because that's just going to be huge amounts of ore. We need more collectors still. That's insane to me that we still need more, considering how much we're mining currently. I guess we do have a $200,000 mortar up top making a giant mess. At least I assume it is. It's been firing a lot of damage at a lot of tiles. But it's also targeting the upper tiles. It might be better to put one of those deeper rather than at the surface. Because now all my carriers are probably carrying tier 1 blocks up and down. I just sort of assumed we'd have enough carriers that they would carry everything up and down. But, well, they are down here, actually. So they'll be carrying a little bit of both. That's fine. Got a blue shotgun, a diamond shotgun. I guess we can use this to try and go down. Okay, this is why the recoil thing matters. Got it now. We'll mine some of that then, because we're going to water these blocks. Water that, and water that. It's only a gold tier gun, this minigun, but it's so strong. Like, we can actually be mining the reds. We did also get 120,000 coal so far, so the numbers have all gone up. And that means we're going to make a lot of money. Okay, we're going to burn all these. The collectors are busy. They got to go back up. They won't have time for another trip, so hopefully they make it to the surface. I'll just sit down here in a collapsing mine shaft, minding my own business. Value today, 953,000, nearly $1 million. I guess we'll take another mighty collector, depending on how much our next gun was. I've already forgotten. Oh, we can't afford a rupee minigun. Okay, so we're going to buy one of those. That's 3 times our current damage. Sell the old one. And then I guess we're going to buy another mighty collector and another mighty collector. You know what? One more mighty collector. One more mighty collector on top of that. Oh, we got to promote. Oh, we don't have enough money. Well, we'll get 2 more of those types. I don't think we need a mortar again, although they probably did a lot, but I can't afford the good one anyway. 1 ruby minigun. Straight to the bottom. There's such recoil, it's actually making me float a little bit. You know what? We probably should be taking some of these chests if we can. You never know what they're going to have. It's just sort of lazy not to. What more weapon damage? That's fine. We'll go down into this layer. We're going to do blue and maybe even the next layer because we are melting blue layer now. And I'd be really surprised if the collectors couldn't keep up given how many. We have like $1 trillion in collectors now. 15% bullet damage. That's the kind of one I'm looking for. Alright, you guys, yeah, you do your best to keep up. 6% collector speed. Yeah, they are getting pretty quick, aren't they? The more expensive they are, the quicker they are, but then we get the percentage on top of the multiplier. So far, they're just keeping up like my little personal collection assistants. Mortar rate can go up. Eventually, we might put a mortar somewhere down deep where it just destroys everything. It is nice. $200,000 and it can just mine by itself forever. Collector capacity goes up. We'll see if we can go down to the next layer and mine into it because then we get the diamonds. 15% damage. I'm taking that as a sign. Another 15% damage. So we're now at 205% damage. So we get triple the base damage. We're making our way slowly downwards over. I'm just mostly following the rupees in the chests. But there's the red layer, so we'll see how that feels. We can go through it, but it's a little bit slower. I think with the amount of collectors we have, we're going to need to stick in the blue layer for now. If we find golden weapons, we'll jump down into the next layer. Hold on, let me spritz that. Much better. They get 8% more capacity, but yeah, unless we have like an upgraded boost weapon, we need to stick to blue layer for now. We'll just find so much stuff in here though. Oh, well, here's a diamond tier AK, so we can go down into the layer with that. This is a stupid way of doing it, but you know what? That's fine. We are stupid. We'll go ahead and open up some of this. I mean, I guess we could spritz it and spray it. Spritzing and spray it works. We might just need a better water gun. It's a little bit slow, but also not terrible. I don't know if this is better because we're not finding nearly the amount of blocks. I'm just not sure the quantity we're getting out of blocks like this. Accidentally blew the whistle, so I sent the collectors away. I think those are pink diamonds. They can have those. I'm going back to the blue layer for now once we got that chest. 8% collector capacity. Yeah, we're just going to mine to stay away in the blue layer. Collector speed, 6%. What is a collector speed at? 58%. So they're going way faster than default. Yeah, if I'm mining all this, that means the collectors are staying constantly busy, and that should in theory mean that we're making more money. There was a whole bunch of pink diamonds in that chest. We currently have nearly 100,000 coal, and we are 2/3 of the way through the day. I don't know what to take here. Maybe drill damage. We don't really need a drill because like my minigun is the drill. My minigun is everything. It's a whole army of miners. It's a whole army of bombs. It's a whole army of mortars, and it's just a minigun. Ooh, golden gun. Perfect. Decent spot for it. Wish we could get more into the blue, but that's okay. We still got lots of red burnt up. Can we get just a little more? Yeah, we can. We did just find also the pickaxe. Not really my favorite currently, given that we don't all have a pickaxe build. We can still mine quite a bit of coal and stuff with this though. I can see that being a fun thing just to play with though. Ooh, I found a pink diamond AK down here. So we can absolutely just start. Ooh, and something else too. I think that just extended the time. I've never done. Oh, we gotta send these guys back. Okay, you guys go to the surface. I switched weapons, so I lost my bonus, but I needed to send them back anyway. Red layer with all of our damage isn't actually too bad. We need the next minigun to really mine it efficiently. These are all pink diamonds. Can we mine those? Yeah, we can actually. 306,000 just from the coal. $300,000 in gold. Gold is worth 300 each. Pink diamonds are 7,500 each, and that's why we wanted. We got 1.8 million. Still not enough for the diamond minigun. I'm going to sell my basic water gun. We're going to buy the powerful water gun. That goes 7 tiles. Let's also buy a single powerful mortar. Maybe upgrade 2 more mighty collectors. So now we've only got, well, there we go. We got 1,250,000. We got 7 mighty collectors left over. Our new water gun will help. I'm going to put the mortar a little bit further down. I don't know why I'm grabbing this. Doesn't really make much of a difference. 5% damage, though, is 5% damage. Look at all the ore we can make fall. I wanted to put my mortar somewhere here around the blue layer, maybe, because I think this is where it's going to make its most value. I think we can just put that in the old place. Yeah, and it can break this. It's not super efficient at the blue tiles, but it can break it. But that also shows that I don't know if it's worth it $200,000. It'll probably pay for itself. I just don't want it distracting the collectors from what I need down below. 15% more damage. That's so stupid. Got a bunch of diamonds out of the chest. We'll try our water gun. Oh, our water gun can fire super far. So we might actually be able to work into the red layer fairly well. 15% poison damage. We might try poison too at some point. We're starting to get the fun money. I'm just trying to think of ways we can keep our income moving upwards. We're going to mine more and more and more, and better guns are obviously going to be the way to do it. Wet damage probably also. I guess wet damage will make a difference, because if we go like that, we can mine through. Even with double damage, it's still a little bit slower than I would like. I don't know if that's worth it. The collectors aren't currently here, so that's a good sign. If we can keep this many like super collectors busy, we're moving a lot of ore. And we just increased the mortar fire rate a further 15%, so that'll keep them even busier. Ooh, I just found a diamond minigun. A bonus at least, so we'll mine down in here. Okay, the diamond minigun will be able to go through all this stuff pretty well. We're still gonna need more damage. Mortar rate up 20%, so if we just spray like all these... Yeah, we go through them, but that's, I don't think, quick enough. Unless there's a lot more ore coming out of these than we need. We already had 190,000 coal, though, so that's a good sign. If we can find big pockets of pink diamonds, it might be worth it to mine down here. 8% collector speed, also real big. Well, this over here is a regular diamond node. I might take a bit of a gamble and mine through a bit of this. We can do it, and the collectors are keeping themselves pretty busy, so it is maybe worth it. They'll stop down here every once in a while to pick up some of this. We just gotta look out for pink diamonds. Even regular diamonds I would settle for. There's regular diamonds down below me, actually. The water gun is actually hugely helpful. Trying to focus my attention on the most valuable of the ores. I assume the mortars up top are really keeping things busy anyway, so... we have 270,000 coal, so we're not that worried about a lot of things. We did get a pink diamond AK, so that's gonna mine through these blocks real quick. We also want to scroll for mortar damage. We're getting really unlucky with the pink diamonds. Last time we dropped right down and there was a note of like 7 of them, which is really rare to be fair. But I was hoping we'd find more here. Pretty sure these are pink diamonds. It could be a little bit hard to tell the difference. Yeah, we're getting down deeper to pink diamond territory. Poison damage can go up. Yeah, I guess as I'm going along, I could be poisoning everything. And it would just take away the damage behind me and hopefully destroy it. Starting to get hard to see what's the pink diamonds or not. I think that one is. Hopefully my income went up this time. None of these are fun. Everyone just go to the surface at this point. It's crazy though that we had that many super collectors and they're still not keeping up. We must have moved so much stuff. I guess given that we now have 420,000 coal, 10 times what we needed, we're pulling further ahead. We managed only 9 pink diamonds that whole time, but that was still worth 70 grand. We got 2.5 million. I still can't actually afford the diamond minigun. We are 600,000 away, which isn't really as much as it sounds like. We clearly still need more super collectors though, so we're definitely going to work the way up. Those are so expensive by the time you get all the way up there, huh? I assume the mortars are doing a lot, so we'll buy 3 of them. Straight to the bottom-ish. We're going to put the mortars down there in the same kind of area, maybe halfway through the blue tier of stuff. I think they're going to have maximum effect if they're somewhere here. I could be wrong, but we don't seem to have any shortage of progress. So they're going to go crazy like that for a while. Eventually they'll clear out that area and have to work their way deeper. So they'll work into the red layer themselves. We already got a diamond shotgun, which is sort of this craziness. It's hard to use this. I don't love this as a bonus weapon, but we'll make it work. Okay, we got another gold scroll right away though. This one we can work with. This isn't also my favorite, but it will get the job done. We'll maybe go play around down in this layer, because I don't think it's going to be hard to get the 80,000 coal we need. Especially if we're watering the earth before we mine it. We did just find a pink diamond minigun, so that's a good sign. This is what our future has in store for us, I think. So we can mine a whole bunch of stuff down here, no problem. Found some pink diamonds in a chest there. There was another chest up here. We're just going to blow that open if we can. Water first if we have to, never mind. We'll get in there. Mortar damage can go up. Our mortar seems to be doing a lot. There's a pink diamond up there. And regular diamonds, actually. Lots of value down here. Yeah, if we're sure to water the blocks before we destroy them, we can go through a lot. I think these nodes down here just drop so much, that's why the collectors are having trouble keeping up, even though there's 10, like, ultra-level collectors. We already have the coal we need. We haven't found a gun upgrade down here yet. We can increase the mortar rate though. The water gun really is helpful because it's super quick to just switch to it, use it, switch right back. I guess another 20% mortar rate's not going to hurt it one little bit. The guys might have trouble keeping up too, just based on how deep we are. Probably, no matter how fast they are, it takes a second to go up and down. 20% poison damage though, why not? 4% wet damage. Actually, that's probably a good multiplier too. So when we need extra damage, we just need more wet. 4% wet damage again. Wet damage is actually an additional 14%, so it should be 64% more damage, or is it double damage? Yeah, it's double damage, so it's 114%. Got about 30 seconds left, so basically when that guy goes by and collects all that, I'm gonna send him up. Probably gonna take him that long to go in. For the rest of this, we'll just mine treasure chests. Carrier capacity can go up even more than it already is. They can already carry tens of thousands per load. I don't know if it's worth it to ever upgrade the water gun. Like, it would go a few tiles more, but it's instant to swap back and forth. We got $500,000 in coal, $500,000 in iron, $250,000 in the pink diamonds. We got $3 million for that one. Now we can afford the diamond minigun. 10,000 damage. That is many times more than what we currently got. Out you go. Aside from that, we're going to buy maybe 5 powerful mortar guns and more mighty collectors. They weren't keeping up with us, and that bothers me. Up we go. There it is. And probably one more. So we'll have 14 mighty collectors. They carry 24,000 each. We're also sort of effectively broke. We have $67,000. Wow, this gun doesn't not mess around. All right, straight to the bottom somewhere. I don't know, here-ish. We'll put our 5. Whatever there's, and yeah, good luck to you guys. See you never. Oh, 3% wet damage. Ultimately, we're going to do more than the mortars will, so we need wet damage more than anything. And we're going to start to work our way in. I don't know if we need to wet these anymore. We seem pretty good to just go through them either way. I guess it is a lot of damage. Wetting them still goes quicker. Now, okay, I can see with the bigger minigun like this why the bigger water gun might be necessary. We destroyed the radius of this almost instantly. We need 120,000 coal, so that number is climbing pretty steeply behind us. Oh, I didn't know we could fire that in all directions like that. Cool. The mortar is also here, raining down on top of us. So that's going to help work our way down. Actually, if we can just moisturize below the mortar, we could be working in conjunction with them. That could be really efficient. Need more range on the water gun. Did you find a flamethrower here? We'll go ahead and... whoops, where's my cursor? I went all the way over to the other monitor. I got so excited. We can even water after they're on fire, which is kind of funny, but they'll take double burn damage that way. There's some pink diamonds up there. Yeah, we'll knock them out. I'm getting so excited I'm hitting all the buttons, but we already have 500,000 coal. We're not even halfway through the day. This is gonna get stupid. There's just giant piles of all sorts of ore here. Wish I had a quicker way to get it back to the surface, but these guys are doing their best. Gotta try and remember to stay under the mortar fire too. We'll make the most progress if we're working in conjunction with those things. 20% more poison damage? Yeah, why not? Whoops, I keep swapping to that suddenly instead of this squirt gun. 20% bullet damage, just the kind of thing we need. More damage. We weren't going through this stuff fast enough. We're going to work our way back to the right under the mortar fire. That's going to be much quicker for everyone. We're coming up on legitimately 1 million coal from a single run, and we're only 3/4 of the way through the day. I sent the angels back up, except for that one apparently doesn't follow the rules. Look at all the ore we have to leave behind, though. It's so sad. I'm not sure if the mortars are doing anything at this layer. They hit those things, but they don't actually help. It's just a waste of $1 million. I can blast through this stuff, and the mortars can't do anything. We got $1 million in this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Wow. Almost $10 million from a single go. What I can do is sell the powerful water gun and get the ungodly water gun. Then maybe we're going to work our way up for 2 more super collectors because they couldn't keep up. And now we know the winning strategy. We go all the way down, we use our upgraded water gun and ever more damage just to destroy everything. We don't need the mortars anymore. Even the water gun is debatable here, but our new water gun goes much bigger. And it's definitely worth it to moisten that ground and then we just tear all the way through it. I just picked up a flamethrower. I don't think it's actually faster, but it can break everything down fairly nicely. We'll go and water it after the fact. I also just got a pink whatever this is. I'm not really sure how powerful this is. It's got a range on it though. So I guess we'll send in all directions and the idiots can clean it all up. I need an auto waterer. That's what I need. Oh, there's another 20% bullet damage. Just what we needed. 265%. Oh, and here's a boost for us for a pink diamond minigun. I don't think we need to water the soil if we're using a pink diamond. Doesn't seem like it. We can just tear through this. Look at all the pretty colors. We're down to the final 30 seconds, so I'm going to let them mine for just a second and I'm going to send them up. We're going to mine down. We're actually down to this layer already. So we can actually go through it somewhat. And that's good because this layer is crazy hard to go through. Total value for the day, 12 million. So we're still increasing. Most importantly, pink diamond minigun. That is 2.5 times our current damage. which is already very high. Let's get another, say, I don't know, 5 or something. We'll have 20 of the biggest collectors we can get. So we're going to have $2 million just in collectors. That doesn't feel like enough. 25 will be better. Biggest damage, yeah, we need 600,000 coal. I think we're probably up to that task. We're just going to free fall this way. We don't even touch the ground. We mine it so quick we don't touch it. It melts before us. Even the red layer. That's insane. I don't think there's any point in wetting it at this point because it's disappearing as we touch it. We might need a lot more collectors. 8% collector speed I will take though. Wow, our jumping is really high. So far the collectors are keeping up with me. We got a giant palace stuff. I'm just going to wander around like this and they'll keep up or they won't, but either way we're going to get rich. We also just got another 20% bullet damage on what was already very good. I'm not even going to bother to pick up chests anymore. I just don't care. If we do wet the soil, yeah, this machine gun just melts it. I think we're just one-shotting all of the ground. I can actually just spray like that. I can just swap guns like as I'm spraying and we hardly skip a beat. I am glad the collectors are keeping up though. I didn't want to have to buy more of those. We made it down to this layer. If we wet this is a ruby, so this should be, yeah, that's a really hard spot to dig through. We can do it, but it's not quick. So our money, even with this ridiculous pink diamond minigun, we're still better off with the red space. It's the end of the day and I zoned out. We did manage 3.5 million coal. Look at those values. 3 million, 3 million, 3 million, 3 million, 3 million, 2 million, 27 million from a single journey. The collectors did seem to be keeping up. To be fair, we do have 25 of them and they are max level. Here's what I want to try. We're going to take ungodly drills and we're going to spend $34 million on them because they have 10,000 damage and they 10 times per second. So how many can we buy for that? 50? Actually more like 100. Even more. 115? 115. 115 drills doing 10,000 damage 10 times per second. According to my calculator, we're going to do 11.5 million damage per second on a single tile. So I'm hoping that's going to be enough to, well, you can really, spawn those quickly. Oh, that's good. Okay. Well, let's see if that's enough to go through the bedrock layer. Well, this is a different feeling. Oh, we can actually shoot ourselves down quicker. Oh yeah, fun. I didn't realize that would work. But with the amount of damage we're doing, including my minigun and everything, we should be able to go really deep really quickly. I don't know what I've just unleashed into the universe. Oh, I can't even go through that. That's wild, how strong that is. These blocks are so stupidly strong. Okay, if we add our help, okay. So our gun is still considerably stronger than the drill. Oh, there we go. Now we're making some progress. We finally get to find out what's down here in this layer. Probably big amounts of things. So far, nothing that I'm that impressed with. Maybe these are the kind of blocks I should be poisoning. Because if these could be taking away eating poison damage, although I think they're too strong, I'd have to poison them maybe several times over. I'm just happy I can actually mine through these. Like, we are moving. Oh, there is a new type of block down there. I didn't think there was anything further because we're already way into endless mode. That's alarming. I can't break these. That's water taking double damage. It's got tens of millions of DPS on top of it and we can't do it. Okay, well, we are going to mine through some of this layer, I suppose. It's also a lot slower because I don't have the drills supporting me anymore. We did hit our coal quota somehow. All we did was go straight down. I don't feel like building a ladder all the way up. I don't even know if we can. We're so far down. And the miners aren't keeping up. I don't know if that's because, whoops, we're so deep or because there's so much ore coming out of these nodes. Also, all my drills, we basically invested. They're going to disappear after this run. So it's $34 million for a single go. I'm not really sure where my collectors have gone. They're starting to catch up now. My drills might have gone through one of the green blocks and I might have spat out so much ore it actually kept them all occupied for a minute. I'm assuming the layers of ground from here just get considerably harder than the last. So like the green layer will go down for a while. It probably procedurally generates. The next layer down is probably 10 times harder again. So inevitably, because it's endless mode, it's supposed to just be impossible. Oh, look at all these pink diamonds we're spitting out. That's so mean. We're going to send our idiots back to the surface and those diamonds are going to stay here forever. I think the drill did actually make it. Yeah, the drill did actually make it a little ways down into this. And even without trying at all, we still got 2.5 times the coal. Turns out we got $13 million just in rubies. We made 46 million. We made more and I wasn't even trying to make more. Should we try miners instead? I don't really know how to increase my damage at this point. Yeah, I'm going to hire an army of miners. These guys have 200,000 pickaxe strength, that is 200,000. That's a lot. Oh, and I can buy like 15 at a time. So we go 15, 15, 15, 15, 15 until we run out of money. But we're going to have to make that number bigger, like 100. Because the numbers get bigger, this costs 15 million. Okay, that's about right. So we'll do that again and just buy whatever's left over. That many. 146 senior vice president miners. It feels weird we only have $22,000 left over, but let's see these guys go to work. Come on, my idiots. Oh, they come out one at a time. Well, that's fine. Look at them go like lemmings. Down you go. Perfect. Can't see a problem with this at all. There's the last of them going down. We'll go help. Wow, they're really going to work fast. Some of them will get stuck along the way. Yeah, most of them should make it downwards. I'll see you idiots at the bottom. I don't know if the collectors are going to be able to keep up, but as long as I keep like a funnel down here, a lot of them should end up just coming down this way anyway. I just realized we also need 1.7 million coal. Depending on who the collectors are collecting for, we might not get that. We got a lot of these miners that might be stuck up top mining garbage tiles. But I'm going to funnel them down here so they can funnel their way into this dark stuff as much as they can. I'm going to moisten it for them. Here you go. Moisture for all. At this rate, we may not even see the collectors down here. They might not ever make it down this far. But I've committed. We're going to forever now have like 600 miners. We can still actually go through this pretty quick. I think our miners are helping us on this. They're getting a little distracted, but whatever. There's lots of stuff there for them to mine. We're actually 900,000 coal in already, which is surprising. Our minigun is still doing such a stupid amount of damage. The only way I can conceivably think of us going further is if I get lots of scrolls where I upgrade bullet damage even more. Well, we hit our coal quota. I haven't seen the collectors down here, but they're probably awfully busy with all sorts of stuff up top. And that's kind of a shame because we're getting a lot of pink diamonds down here. I should have bought the whistle where I can summon them to my location. If I was smart, I would, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I never once saw the collectors anywhere near us down here, but we still did get 2.8 million coal. We mined a whole variety of different things here. 53 million, so our income still went up. I need a lot more collectors, so we're gonna buy, say 199? There might be a maximum amount of these I'm allowed to buy. Can we just buy like a whole bunch of these? Why 71? Okay. Yeah, I think there's a maximum number of everything you can buy as it turns out. So the collectors we're not going to have enough of. I didn't realize we're limited. So I'm actually going to sell all the miners. We're going to employ a different strategy. How do I sell them all? Like that many. They're not worth as much as they are to sell than they were to buy. That was expensive. I'm going to buy 100 of these, which is going to translate to 100 of those, 100 of those, 100 of those, 100 of those. That wasn't actually nearly as expensive as I thought. I also want to try the poison gun. I don't think this is going to really help us out, but we're going to buy one anyway. And then we're going to do the drill thing again. 122 of them. Yeah, it's so annoying that you limit on how many employees you can buy. But at least now we got a poison gun to help us out. And the collectors should be more than up to the task of keeping up. We basically filled the world with winged angels. Well, the drills actually did make it down to this layer by themselves pretty well. Like, I didn't water them or anything, but I do want to try some poison to see if that's enough to go through these blocks at all. So far, it's got them poisoned. We'll sit in here and wait. They're watered and poisoned. It doesn't look like that because I don't think they're going to tick that many more times. You can see the cracks on some of them, but they don't seem like they're really going to blow up. Nope, they timed out. Nothing broke. All right, so poison isn't going to work either. We just got to go down the good old-fashioned way with water and machine guns. Well, we can do water, poison, and machine guns. I don't know if the poison's really going to help that much at this point compared to the rest of the damage, though. I really don't think it's going to matter. Well, I pretty quickly made it back down to this layer. Apparently we have 4 million coal. So this brown dark dirt really does pay out well. There's a pink diamond node in the green down there. I don't know if I've actually got the time and power to mine into that, but I might try. I think I mined the one above it in the blue dirt. I think we'll probably get this. It'll just take a hot second. We're not even making progress in it. I'm going to give up on that. I can't see the cracks even forming. We're probably better off to farm like 2 nodes over here. I'm going to send the angels up real quick just because, wow, look at all the pink diamonds there. That'll be worth so much. I'm going to mine as much of these as I can, but there's not going to be a lot of, like, okay, go to the surface with those, I guess. I wish I found this big pile of stuff sooner. Today, we accidentally found 10 million coal, $12 million in iron, $10 million in diamonds, 160 million in pink diamonds, $356 million. The only thing really to do is buy even more of these. 500 is about halfway to the limit. I've never noticed there was a limit before. So what's the limit then? 1223 apparently. Not sure why. I'll take it. Oh, it might be room in my inventory. Can we sell all of them? That many. Yep, confirm. Can we buy more of these now? Oh, okay, good. We also don't need the poison gun anymore. So let's buy more of these, like times 1 trillion. Can we increase inventory slots? That might actually do it. Increase stack size as well. Oh yeah, that might be what we need. Oh, look at all that room. We could buy another 143 for 41 million. Yeah, that might get us to the next layer. If it doesn't, I have no idea what will. Wow, we're placing so many of these, the numbers aren't even moving yet. The angels will be busy. Wow, look how long it's taking. The clock on the right, it took 5 minutes of our day. 10 minutes of our day just about to get those all down there. And then there's just me floating our way down like a butterfly. Well, the collector's already on the way back up. That's a good sign. Okay, they're going through this layer pretty quickly. Really quickly. I still haven't seen the ground. There's a lot of pink diamonds I would like to mine along the way, but too late now. All right, and now they're into the green layer. We have mined through a single node of it so far. Can we get further in? Yeah, we can start making our way down slowly. It's just so stupidly hard to get through this stuff. I really don't know if this is going to be worth it. But we'll just go straight down and see what happens. We're already at 2.5 million coals, and I've only mined a few pieces here. The collectors are still going up and down. Wow, there's a lot of pieces in the nodes. That's what we're taking away from this. I somehow still need like more collectors. We just broke the coal quota, but like they can't carry everything up. They don't have enough space. I'm also completely reliant on there being something valuable in this complete line that we're going in. There's some emeralds there. I'm not sure what we got so far. There is a diamond node inlined right at the bottom of the screen. I don't know if we're going to get to it and mine it in time for the collectors to also get to it. Well, we're about going to put our gun on it, but we're not going to be able to collect it. The collectors couldn't even keep up with what we mined so far. So I'm feeling like we've about maxed out our potential. Pretty good numbers though, aside from the diamonds, but like $20 million just in sapphires, $80 million. Well, what are the odds of buying multiple of the same thing if they stacked as extra damage? Could that be a thing? I don't know at this point. I don't know what to do. I can't think of a way to get actually deeper than we already are. Not that we need to go deeper. Look at this mess. Yeah, I don't think stacking the miniguns has increased our damage. Otherwise, we would be melting this red faster than we already are. With our minigun, we can at least go through this stuff, which is really, really tough. But yeah, once we hit the green stuff, we're basically stopped again unless we have a whole bunch of help. So it looks like 20 million gold was the modest one we just couldn't hit. But we did make $268 million. But I'll see if I can come up with some kind of way to push past even that limit. For now, we'll just explode.